Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, oh man. So I want to know if you guys can hear me now. Oh, that's hilarious. Ladies and gentlemen, we should be good. We should be good. I'm gonna tell you what. I don't think I've ever been so embarrassed in my lifetime. Um, but well, yeah, I have. I, oh my God. Good thing Josh wasn't on because that would have been a waste of his life and space. So I am not gonna fully recap everything. Um, I got a call just now. You may have seen it. By the way, I'm Wayne. I'm an alcoholic of 23 years. I've been sober for six. Oh my God. This is okay. This is all right. I am I'm using Zoom on my phone and live streaming to YouTube right now. I have these Samsung earbuds in, and I imagine everybody can hear me now. And I'm gonna tell you in just a second, like Forrest Gump, I'm not the smartest man, but I do know what recovery is. Oh man. It was a good story too. I might be able to get to tell it again. If you are just tuning back in and you left before, I want to say welcome back to One Sober to Another. I appreciate my buddy Tim G, who just gave me a phone call to let me know that my audio was off. And so I thought it was the headphones. And then I looked at the little microphone on the Zoom screen. Yeah, and a slash drew it. It said unmute on it. My Lanta. That's what I get for not wearing my glasses, but this is okay. Where was I going with this? Already. So my buddy Josh is hopefully going to come on here soon. He's 4 minutes late. He is he is an active alcoholic who is struggling bad, and he is trying his best to stop drinking. And he wants to tell his portion of what it's like to be an active alcoholic in his world. And I think that it's imperative and critical for some of you to stay tuned so that you can actually watch some of that. He, I've known him for a little while, and I've watched him go up, I've watched him go down, and I know what that roller coaster is like. So that's why I think that it is so impactful to hear someone else's story, because I can tell you right now from a perspective that I have sober what I was like as an active alcoholic. But for him to tell you live and in person of how he is now in his life as an active alcoholic and what it's doing to him and where it comes from is an invaluable insight to addiction and alcoholism. So you guys saw me look out the window before or something like that. And if you can hear me now, then I'll tell you why. I'm just looking out to see if we have any customers at my work that I have to go be a part of. And, I don't want to leave my partner stranded. So did I just out myself that I'm doing this at work? I did. But that's okay. Oh my God. So I was telling a bit about a craving that occurred yesterday. And I'm gonna try to tell it again, but it's hard to tell a story the pure way when you have to retell it. You know what I'm saying? If you do, drop your comments below because God dang it, I'm Wayne and I love this job. All right. So last night I was sitting at work and I was sitting on a table and I felt my hands get clammy. And if you're not or if you're an alcoholic or an addict in recovery or likewise, You know what that's like when your hands get clammy and they need something, right? You feel it coming on because of either withdrawal or anxiety or panic attack or whatever. But the primary feeling that I had is from when it was that time of day when the alcohol started to wear off and I had to get more. So my hands were like this and they started to feel like that. Then I noticed, assume this is a beer. I didn't have a beer in front of me. I'm trying to retell it, but so my hands sat like this and that scared the crap out of me because, that's exactly how I used to sit and hold a beer. And, you know, the full body obsession came over me. And now I haven't drank a drop of alcohol in 6 years almost on February 21st. So if you're around February 21st, I'm excited to come on and tell you guys exactly how that is going for me because I am celebrating 6 years in recovery and it's amazing. So I hadn't had a drop in 6 years. And there I was having this same compulsion that I used to have all the time, every day, my whole body. I tasted it, I smelled it, I felt it. And my body said for a split second, actually about 20 seconds, that I needed to have it. And that scared the crap out of me, people. I'm not going to lie. And so I had to sit with that for a minute and I had to figure out where it came from and figure out why this was happening. And so I did. And after some talk with my higher power, now, if that's not your thing, I got it. That's cool. But with some talk with my higher power, I figured out that, I had overwhelmed myself in certain areas of my life that I had to come back to why it is I don't drink in the first place and play that moving forward. And so I did that. And I was able to get through that craving, but it scared the crap out of me because I don't want that to happen again. However, I am human. And Josh, if you're watching this, brother, where you at, man? I want you to come on, regardless of what you're doing, regardless of what state you're in, brother. I want you to come on because this is going to be a portion that is going to help somebody else and it's going to help you, my man. And if you don't feel well enough, I got it. We will reschedule, brother. But I'm worried about you and I will definitely contact you very soon. Anyway, if you are in the comment section of the videos and you're watching the live stream, throw Josh some love, tell him some words of encouragement and give him a little bit of experience, strength, and hope because right now he needs it. And right now he needs you. And someone helped us and someone got us through. So it's our job to pass that on, folks. And that's just where I sit with that. I wonder if he accessed the link. I'm not gone, folks. Oh my God, there's a mic meter on the screen I just hit. I am retarded, but that's all right. Oh, that was live, wasn't it? So it's Saturday, folks. It's Saturday here in Germany. It's Saturday night. It might be Saturday where you are. Tim G, thank you for calling me, man. I had no idea that my audio was off, but that's okay. I'm still a little embarrassed by it, but guess what? I can smile instead of reclusing and having a drink over it because that's what I do in sobriety, folks. And if you are over on the YouTube live, because my buddy said it was coming through, do me a favor and drop some comments in the chat. What was your last craving like? And when you get cravings in sobriety, how do you deal with them? It's not, the comments aren't for me, folks. The comments aren't for me. Well, okay, yeah, they are in this aspect because of yesterday, but overall, they're for people who need it. Drop them comments, okay? And if you can, hit a yabba dabba like when this goes to full published because someone else is going to see it if YouTube pushes it on the platform. This is Red Bull. Man, I'm telling you, yesterday that scared the shit out of me. Sorry for the S-bomb. It's just not the way I talk. Well, all right. So, Josh, where you at, man? I need you to come. I need you to come hook this up. Panda. I am Panda Bear 7. Like the fact that I put on Twitter that I had a relapse. Why did I put it there? Why do I even post things, folks? Because I'm an alcoholic living in recovery. And for me to put stuff out in the universe that is bogging me down and pass it to another person and say, what do you think about this? This is going to help me get it out of my head. And once I get it out of my head, just like when we talked about relapse and relapse prevention and things of that nature, and getting to the roots of things, it allows you to find out and see it in a different perspective of what might be happening. That exercise that I just posted for lowering stress and anxiety is a large tool that I can use, and I'm going to use it for this as well later on. And I'm also going to run back and do part of my step 4, because I have a feeling there's something hiding in the closet that I don't even remember that needs to come out and be expressed and perhaps dealt with. What do you deal with on a day-to-day basis? What gets you through? What helps you? And I wish I could reach Josh. I do, folks. I worry about him. In the beginning of the video, I threw a couple shout outs, and since I have a little bit of time right now, don't leave. Josh might show up. If you are an active alcoholic, or you are a recovering alcoholic, or you're an addict or a recovering addict of any sort, our timeliness sucks. But in my recovery, I try to be on time for almost everything. The reason why I'm trying to hold him to it is because I don't want him to fear away from it, if that makes sense. Not pushing him. I'm just trying to give a little nudge. All right, so I give a shout out, Daniel, Veterans with Anxiety. Go check his stuff out. When this video publishes, I'm going to link it. I'm also going to link Seth has been there, even though he's mad at me for some reason. And I'm also going to link Jonathan from Addiction 365. They have amazing channels and they do amazing things, not only for their sobriety, for their strive in sobriety and their journeys, but for the community of people in recovery as a whole. Pardon me, as a whole. So I'm going to link them below. I give a shout out for all of them. Jonathan, I hope you and your daughter are doing well, and your mom, as well as Daniel, your daughter and your wife, and Seth, your family and your fiance. I hope you guys are all doing awesome, and I hope that you are thriving and enjoying your days of sobriety. So, where was I going? I don't know. Saturday. I think everybody can hear me now, and except my buddy. That bothers me, but I can't take his inventory, right? And I hope he's just casually late, because this has 28 minutes left on it. This stream is scheduled for, it was scheduled for 1 hour, and I wasted 17 minutes and 50 seconds of it on mute. And I'm glad that he wasn't here yet, because that would have been a waste of his time. And yeah, I'm glad it wasn't a waste of his time. My partner looks like she's doing all right down there. I don't have to worry about trying to run and take care of customers, and everything is going well. You know, I'm here on a Saturday night. I don't mind it. You know where I used to be on Saturday night? Where were you on your Saturday nights when you were in active addiction or alcoholism? Where did you spend your Saturdays? I'll tell you where I spent mine. I started them off in my room. I was in the Army, so I had a barracks room and / apartment. So I started it off in there. I would normally start with a rack of beer. And then my buddies would call, and they knew that the stipulation was that they had to have some alcohol in order for me to come hang out. So I would fill my backpack full of beer. I didn't have a car because I couldn't afford one because I was drinking too much. I was drinking all my money plus everyone else's money around me. I would go over to their apartment or their room, continue getting drunk, stream, play some video games, and then we would decide where we were going to go waste time. Most times it was a nightclub. Other times it was, places where we shouldn't have been, and we drank more and we did more. And by the time that I managed to get home or peel myself off of a bus stop or a train, I would wake up at home. Well, yeah, come out of would start my withdrawal out of my blackout and then have to go get more. How about you? What did you used to do for your Saturday nights? Oh, and I would ignore my wife until when I had a sober moment. That's just what I did when I was an active alcoholic. On the same page of that, I also somehow managed to have a career in that period of time. And I would function within that time that I had to be professional until I could go back to being the dude on Saturday. I don't know. That's just the double life I lived as an alcoholic. I'm pretty sure that some of you can relate to that. So if you can, drop them comments. So I don't know. Josh. It is 2018, my man. And this is only scheduled for 24 more minutes. So if you want to jump in, please come on down. Guys, don't go anywhere. I'm going to try to send them an invite real quick. Another one. Oh, I'm sorry about the snibble. It is cold here in Germany. As a matter of fact, hopefully we get some snow tomorrow because it's supposed to snow. And I saw a couple snowflakes for the rest of the week. So hopefully that happens. Guys, don't go anywhere. I am just trying to send my buddy a message. Is that mic off again? I hope not. Where is it? And life will go on. What are we doing? You know what? I can't do that, can I? Because he knows where he should be. And I can't take his inventory, can I? I cannot. So I'm not going to send that. I'm not going to put pressure on him, you know? So one of my buddies told me, I never had true friends as an active alcoholic. Never. Because I always dismissed them somehow, and I always treated them like garbage to where they didn't want to do anything with me. But in recovery, in my sobriety, I'm able to build human relationships that make sense. Now, granted, my Canadian friend is mad at me. I still don't know why. He is a little mad because actually I do. You know what? Let me take ownership of that too. Him and I were discussing ideas for a video, and it was, what was it? Why people don't go to treatment or something like that. And then I published the next day a video, 7 reasons why alcoholics refuse treatment. He's been mad at me ever since. Now, I confused it. I rationalized it because we were flipping ideas and I thought it was open. And I thought no issue. Turns out it was an issue. And we kind of made up and buried the hatchet a little bit, so to speak. but I'm pretty sure that he's still carrying around a little resentment towards me for that. And that's okay. I'm gonna let him blow off that steam and hopefully he'll come around. But aside from that, my relationships with people are on so much of a more professional level and able to be on personal levels instead of just my ego, because my ego used to run the show. And it didn't matter who I was talking to. It would always come back to me, and it would always be something that I had to do or something that I did or some great moment that I had in my life versus what's going on with them and how I can be helpful for them instead of helpful for myself. I'm pretty sure a lot of you understand that, especially if you were an alcoholic or an addict. And I'm just happy for that. I'm very grateful to have these relationships. I'm very grateful that I can talk to folks on a genuine level instead of superficial. Really, I never wanted to make friends. I think it was mainly because I moved around in the Army and that's where it started, because I had to cut ties. And then it would transition to, they were interrupting my drinking time. So therefore I had to dismiss them because they wanted me to do other random stuff that had no alcohol involved. And I was like, what sense does that make? You know what I mean? So in my sobriety, I can build genuine relationships and I can enjoy being here on Saturday instead of crying about it and wishing I was getting drunk somewhere. And I think that's an amazing thing. And that's where that whole craving portion came in, is that, I don't need the alcohol anymore in my life. And I am much better without it. I make much better decisions, obviously, without alcohol. And guess what? My marriage and my son are healthy and my wife is happier. We don't have the large problems that we used to have, Steve. And we don't have, the fights that we used to have, and not everything turns into some blown up argument that I say some stupid crap with and I can't take it back. 19 minutes left, Josh. And I'm not saying that to press you, brother. Just 19 minutes left on this stream. If you want, Josh, I will schedule another meeting for right after this. You just send me a message and I will redo it. Well, not redo it, but we'll go to you and then we can take the time from there. Right now, it looks like I have plenty of time, but I'll take you with me downstairs and we can do it down there too. It might be a little bit louder, but at least maybe my audio will come through. Canadian Zaid. Right on. That's the burden of smartwatches, folks, is that you look at them all the time. I get in trouble for that a lot too. People think I'm ignoring them. Well, I'm not ignoring you. I just got a message from, I don't know, people online. And unfortunately, that's how we all connect now. And I'm grateful for that too, because this didn't exist when I started my drinking. I wish it did, but it didn't. There was no platforms to go to. There was no Reddit. There was no YouTube. There was no Twitter didn't exist. If it did, it was on a very, very, very small level. I think I was in MySpace land, and that was garbage because you got your reply like in a week from the moment that you sent the message. If you could get to a place that had internet. I don't know. It just dated myself, right? A lot of younger folks will be like, oh my God, they didn't have internet. Your head probably just exploded, didn't it? I know. Well, folks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this right here. And I am going to actually try to contact Josh. And if he wants to try again and I can actually have him on, I will. So stay tuned. And Tim, thank you so much for giving me the heads up that my audio was all jacked up. And it was my fault. because I didn't see that little icon right on the corner there. But I'll try it again, and I'll see you guys soon. Life is a garden. Dig it,